When Adam and Carter decided to sell their sweet bungalow in Irvington, a vintage neighborhood about 4 miles from downtown Indianapolis, they knew they wanted a house that would be big enough for Adam's grandmother to have her own space. They also needed a place that had enough room for Adam's huge vision, boundless creativity, and fearless approach to interior design. I'm Deb Kent, the realtor who helped the couple sell their Irvington home and find that big new space. We headed to nearby Wanamaker, where the couple fell in love with this place, a nearly 5,000 square foot log home on a lake. Here's where Carter and Adam, who runs Hampton Designs and Studio, finally found a property big enough to hold everything these two wanted and needed, as you will soon see for yourself.
Hey, welcome.
Come on in.
One of the most dramatic changes Adam and Carter made was changing up the lighting in the great room.
So one of the first things we did when we moved into the lodge was we replaced a hideous traditional ceiling fan with this beautiful Cayenne chandelier. I had been eyeballing it for years and it just wouldn't fit in my Irvington home, and I knew this was going to be the right place for it. It came in approximately 150 pieces. We had to have scaffolding and multiple electricians to get it installed, but we did, and now I think it looks absolutely stunning against the fireplace.
This bland loft is now a cozy space for curling up with a good book. A massive finished basement that was once dominated by a pool table is now a luxurious, intimate great room highlighting Adam and Carter's eclectic mix of furniture, art, and decor. This space had no focus. Today, it's a grand dining room and fabulous showcase for Carter's collection of beautiful blue and white ceramics.
The blue and white design and concept for this room began a few years ago whenever we were at the Woodruff Place flea market, and we went to a sale and they had a table complete with blue and white pieces. At first, Adam and I were only going to buy a few, but then we decided to make her an offer on the whole lot. And we ended up coming home with a trunk full of blue and white pieces, as you see here in this room. And that's how the design concept began. I've started just accumulating more and more and more as I go to yard sales. And this is the overall result.
So the vision for the house was something modern, something funky, not a traditional log cabin. A lot of times we see log cabins with leather furniture and greens and reds, and they feel like a log cabin. I wanted it to feel like home and be more vibrant, more upscale, an upscale log cabin.
One of the things I fell in love with in this house was the limestone, because we grew up in a house that was built in 1976 and they used limestone from Bedford, Indiana to build our fireplace. And the minute we walked into this house, I absolutely loved the use of the Indiana limestone for the fireplace, and it really brought me back to my childhood.
I think the older I get, the more I realize a lot of my design, it comes back from my childhood, and that's how I've always designed. A little playful, and at times a little childish, and I'm just fine with that. Personally, my favorite things are things that bring me back to my childhood. And those small things that we may have had in our bedroom as kids, like trolls or Power Rangers, gems, geodes, and crystals. Those things that bring you back to your childhood. You know, from a young age, I had an obsession with design and almost tacky design, the look of casinos. I would see images of casinos and it would be very exciting to me. The older I got, and when I could actually visit casinos, I realized That's where there's no rules to design. You can really go there.
One thing I love doing with you is going on trips with you, going on vacation with you. And even though I'm there to see the sights, your mind is constantly spinning when we're at these hotels, we're at these locations, and you're looking at all the design elements at the hotel. I can't even go swimming in a pool without you scanning the surroundings and looking at all the plans and seeing how you can incorporate that into your design and your design aesthetic.
A lot of my design inspiration comes from hotel lobbies, hotel rooms. There's such an ease to hotels in the way of living.
I love going to yard sales, and I kind of just find pieces that speak to me. I also like to find pieces that have a story. So whenever I buy something from a yard sale, I always ask them, hey, did this belong to you? Did it belong to your parents? Or where did you get this item? And Adam and I always try to find pieces that we can incorporate into our own home. Some of my favorite pieces are some of the art in this room. All the art behind us was found at yard sales. I also love these bullhorns over here. I found those at a yard sale, and Adam decorated part of it with Swarovski crystals.
I love how Carter can just find something that feels like it was meant for just us. We love those pieces that feel one of a kind. They may not be, but you get the sense that you're the only one that owns it.
One of Adam's favorite rooms to design? It's bathrooms.
I love over-exaggerated bathtubs and really gorgeous tile work. What's great is tile nowadays, you can find such a great selection at really affordable prices. And, you know, if you retile a bathroom, it can really give it that spa-like feeling. You can always extend your tile up a bathroom wall, but keep it paired with something not so bright and colorful. Let the tile speak for itself.
As a designer, Adam's philosophy is clear. Be fearless.
Whatever ideas you have of rules regarding design, just completely eliminate that from your thought. Find stuff that speaks to you. What ultimately are you about? What do you want your house to represent? Do you want it to feel vintage? Then you find vintage furniture. The way to modernize that and keep it fresh is vibrant colors, accent pieces that pop, art that's bright. Really just connect to who you are. Don't try to design for anybody else or create for somebody else.
Words of wisdom from two of our favorite clients, Adam Hampton and Carter McCammon. Until next time, this is Deb Kent, hoping that you, too, love where you live.